Imagine pulling up to your dream lakeside retreat, only to have the neighborhood queen summon the cops, accusing you of stealing the water she's been pilfering for decades. Turns out, the feds were already listening, and her throne was about to sink like a leaky boat. It all started with a single smug smile from the HOA president. But by the end, that grin twisted into a mask of pure panic as her empire of petty rules dissolved in a flood of exposed lies. In the sleepy suburbs of Willow Creek, Michigan, where manicured lawns hid a web of whispered vendettas, Alex Harlan thought he'd found his slice of solitude. He'd bought the 12-acre plot on Lake Evergreen after years of corporate burnout, fired for whistleblowing on a shady developer who turned rivers into toxic sludge. The deed was clean. The price a steal. And the view? Priceless. Or so he thought. That first morning, as mist rose off the lake like a lazy ghost, Alex sipped his black coffee on the rickety dock, watching ducks glide by without a care. Little did he know, across the water, eyes were already narrowing. The black Lexus pulled up unannounced, crunching gravel like it owned the road, which, in a way, it did. Out stepped Marjorie Blaine, HOA president of Evergreen Estates, her pearls gleaming under the sun like medals from a self-awarded war. Flanked by two board members in khakis and forced grins, she marched up with a clipboard clutched like a scepter. "Well, hello there, new neighbor," she chirped, her voice sweet as saccharin but sharp as a tack. "I'm Marjorie, and we're just thrilled to have fresh blood in the community. Of course, you'll need to sign this covenant agreement, keeps everything tidy. You know?" Alex set his mug down, eyeing the packet. "Appreciate the welcome, but this land's outside your subdivision. Separate parcel. No HOA ties." Marjorie's laugh tinkled like breaking glass. "Oh, honey, everyone's part of the family here. We maintain the lake, algae treatments, dock repairs, the works. Just a modest $600 annual fee. And you'll get to enjoy our guidelines: no unsightly fences, no personal boats without approval. It's for the greater good." He leaned against a post, arms crossed. Greater good? Sounds like a tax on breathing. "My survey shows this shoreline's private, no easements, no shared access." Her smile faltered, eyes flicking to her minions. "Now, Mr. Harlan, let's not get territorial. We've been stewarding this lake for 15 years. You can't just waltz in and claim it like some frontier cowboy. Think of the children, they swim here every summer." Alex met her gaze steadily. "Stewarding? Or squatting? I'll pass on the fee." "Thanks." Marjorie straightened, her voice dropping an octave. "Refusal isn't optional. Noncompliance leads to fines, liens, isolation. We value harmony." As she turned to leave, one minion muttered, "He'll learn," loud enough to carry. Alex watched them drive off, the Lexus kicking up dust like a parting shot. Harmony. My ass. He thought. This was war dressed in politeness. Days blurred into a routine of quiet defiance. Alex hammered stakes along the boundary, mapping every inch with a GPS app and a dog-eared survey printout. Whispers started rippling through the neighborhood, group chats buzzing about the greedy newcomer fencing off their lake. One evening, as twilight painted the water orange, a pickup truck slowed by his gate. The driver, a burly guy with a Evergreen Estates cap, yelled, "You think you're special? That water's ours." Alex waved mildly, but inside, his mind sharpened. He wasn't yelling back, he was observing. Filing away faces. License plates. That night, scrolling county records on his laptop, he stumbled on a glitch in the matrix, an old plat map from 1982. Showing his land as part of a defunct state wildlife buffer. No dissolution notice. Intrigued, he dug deeper. Unearthing faded PDFs of federal oversight markers, buried. But not buried enough. The real kicker came during a muddy hike along the North Shore. Alex's boot sank into silt, hitting something hard. He knelt, brushing away reeds. And there it was, a weathered concrete post. Etched with USFWS 1985, United States Fish and Wildlife Service. His pulse quickened. A quick search confirmed it, active federal boundary. Never revoked. The HOA's docks. Pumps. Even their prized community gazebo? All encroaching on protected wetlands. Alex snapped photos. His mind racing. This wasn't just his land, it was Uncle Sam's ghost haunting the suburbs. He kept it close. Playing the long game. Meanwhile, the smears escalated. Flyers appeared in mailboxes, beware the lake hog, protect our heritage. Marjorie's doing. No doubt. At the local diner. Whispers followed him like shadows. Heard he's a fraud. Bought the place with dirty money. Alex ordered his eggs over easy. Smiling inwardly. Let them talk, he was building a fortress of facts. Tension simmered like a pot about to boil over. Marjorie upped the ante with an emergency newsletter emailed to every resident, urgent, intruder threatens our lake's purity. It accused Alex of planning toxic developments. Complete with photoshopped images of bulldozers. He found one stuffed under his wiper blade. The ink smudged from rain. Cute, he muttered, tucking it into his growing file. Then came the inspection brigade, Marjorie and her crew. Armed with tape measures and notepads. Peering over his fence. We're documenting violations, she called out. Her voice laced with faux concern. That fence is an eyesore, blocks the natural view. Per bylaws. It must come down. Alex leaned on a shovel. Wiping sweat. Bylaws? For land you don't control? That's rich. How about I document your docks, those look mighty federal to me. Her cheeks flushed. Don't play lawyer. Mr. Harlan. We've invested thousands in this lake. Your selfishness could ruin property values for all of us. He chuckled softly. Selfishness? Says the queen charging fees for water she doesn't own. Funny how community always lines your pockets. One board member shifted uncomfortably. Marjorie. Maybe we should check the old maps. She shot him a glare that could wilt grass. Nonsense. This is harassment. Expect a cease and desist. As they retreated, Alex overheard her hiss. We'll bury him in paperwork. Oh. The irony. He thought. Snapping a photo of their retreating backs. That evening, he reached out to a retired surveyor named Earl Voss. Tipped off by a county clerk. Over lukewarm beer in Earl's cluttered garage. Maps sprawled like battle plans. The old man spilled the beans. Blaine's been queen bee since '08. Pulled those federal signs herself, claimed vandalism. Her husband's firm handles the HOA's legal work, conflict of interest. Pfft. Earl handed over a USB drive crammed with scans, unauthorized diversions. Siphon water feeding Marjorie's vacation rental across town. She's not just controlling, she's profiting. But evidence? That's her kryptonite. Alex nodded. The pieces clicking. Thanks, Earl. Time to flip the script. The pressure cooker hissed louder. Anonymous calls lit up his phone, heavy breathing. Slurred threats like leave or regret it. One night. Red paint splattered his cabin door, thief. Get out. Dripping like a bad horror flick. Alex captured it all on newly installed cams. His face impassive but mind whirring. Marjorie orchestrated a town hall rally. Packing the community center with pitchfork-wielding neighbors. She took the podium. Voice quivering with staged indignation. This interloper wants to privatize our beloved lake. He's spreading lies about federal nonsense to scare us. We must unite, for the children. Cheers erupted. But Alex, lurking in the back, noted the uneasy glances. As she ranted, he slipped a USB to a sympathetic board member who'd whispered doubts earlier. Check the finances, he murmured. The next day, leaks hit the local Facebook group, screenshots of Marjorie's maintenance funds funneled to her personal spa upgrades. Whispers turned to murmurs. Is she skimming? Those docs illegal? Marjorie fired back with a defamation post, fake news from a bitter loner. But cracks showed, her posts got fewer likes. More question marks. Alex stayed silent. Emailing the feds with his dossier, markers. Maps. Money trails. Agent Ramirez called back. Solid case. We're watching. The noose tightened. And Marjorie's composure frayed. She cornered him at the hardware store. Eyes wild. Withdraw those claims. Or I'll make your life hell. Liens. Lawsuits, I'll own your cabin. Alex smiled calmly. Hell? You've been living in it. Pretending to rule a kingdom built on quicksand. Tick-tock. Marjorie. She stormed off. Muttering about ungrateful outsiders, her pearls clacking like warning bells. The boil-over hit at the annual HOA meeting. Transformed into a circus under glaring lights. Marjorie strutted in. Flanked by lawyers. Her speech a masterclass in gaslighting. Neighbors. This Harlan character is a menace, forging documents to steal our heritage. The crowd murmured approval. But tension crackled. Alex waited his turn. Then stepped forward. Projector humming to life. Let's talk facts. Not fairy tales. Slide 1, the federal marker. Gleaming in high-res. This? Active USFWS boundary. Your docks. Trespassing on protected land. Gasps. Marjorie scoffed. Outdated. Irrelevant. Slide 2, financial ledgers. Red arrows pointing to $150,000 diverted to her rental empire. Stewardship? Or theft? You've been billing us for your hot tub parties. The room erupted, shouts of what, and liar. Marjorie's face twisted. From smug to scarlet. This is slander. I'll sue. But Alex clicked again, FBI email. Investigation confirmed. They're already here. Doors swung open, agents in suits entered. Badges flashing. Miss Blaine. You're under arrest for fraud. Embezzlement. And witness tampering. Her jaw dropped. Hands fumbling papers. You can't, this is my community. One agent cuffed her gently. Not anymore. The crowd watched in stunned silence as she was let out. Pearls Askew. Muttering denials. Cheers broke out, slow at first. Then thunderous. Alex slipped away. The air electric with schadenfreude. Outside. Under streetlights. Neighbors clapped his back. You nailed her. He shrugged. Just read the fine print. 6 months on. Lake Evergreen breathe easy. New HOA elections ousted the old guard, transparent budgets replaced shady deals. Alex's land stayed private. But he opened a public trail on his terms. Marjorie? Slapped with 2 years federal time. Stripped of her presidency, her rental sold to cover fines. The lake sparkled clearer. Free from her grip. Neighbors nodded hello now. No whispers. Alex sat on his dock one sunset. Coffee in hand. Watching ducks again. Peace. Burn through patience. But here's the twist that lingers, in a world where rules protect the rulers. Was Marjorie the villain? Or just the symptom of a system that rewards the loudest bully? You tell me, was justice served? Or is the real HOA monster still lurking in every suburb,